We start our show with breaking news out of Los Angeles with the season less than 1 week away as we say hello to our senior NBA insider, Charania. Shams, what can you tell us about Kawhi Leonard?
Malika, sources tell me that Kawhi Leonard is expected to be sidelined for the start of this NBA season starting next week. He's continuing to rehab inflammation in his right knee, going through a rehab process with the Clippers to strengthen that knee. I'm told he is still in that protocol, that process. And the Clippers, Leonard, they're working together to make sure whenever he's back on the floor, he's going to be able to sustain and stay on the court, and that they're doing their due diligence and not just bringing him back for the start of the season or rushing him back for a week. But for Kawhi Leonard, this has been something since last spring, really, where it's been a process. He just has not felt right. He's been dealing with swelling in that knee, continued swelling. That's something he's still had and developed over the course of this training camp. So he will be out a period of time to start the NBA season. Still unclear exactly when, but the players, coaches, they are bracing for him to be out a period of time to start the year. This puts a lot of the onus on James Harden. Maybe not to be Houston James Harden, but everything you see out of the Clippers right now and James Harden is that he is in top form. He's ready from a leadership perspective, and also what he's delivered so far on the court in preseason. What he's going to bring is going to be as close to Houston James Harden as we've seen. And then around him, Norm Powell, Derrick Jones Jr., Ivica Zubac, players ready to step up in the absence of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, wow, out indefinitely, just days away from officially opening their brand new arena here in Los Angeles. Shams, I want to bring in Tim Legler, Kendrick Perkins, and Brian Windhorst into this discussion as well. Brian, the last time that we really saw Kawhi, he was being replaced on the Olympic roster here, and now to hear that months later he is still dealing with this knee inflammation, what's your reaction to this?
Well, Shams reported earlier this year that he had a procedure at the end of last season, and Team USA took really one look at him in workouts and knew he couldn't go. That was really not a difficult decision. They tried to make it a soft announcement, but clearly he was nowhere near ready to go. And yesterday, Brian Shaw, the Clippers assistant coach, spoke to the media, and I don't know if he was supposed to, but he revealed that Kawhi wasn't doing anything with them on the practice court, you know, with this, he started the season a week away. And so the disappointment here is that last year was really Kawhi's healthiest year as a Clipper. He was terrific throughout the regular season until this issue popped up at the end of last year and clearly still affecting him.
Yeah, look, here's what I think. I think you're going to hardly see Kawhi Leonard at all this year, if you even see him. The fact that you've had 6 months since we last saw him trying to, fight his way through that playoff series against Dallas and couldn't go. You're talking about 6 months of very little activity, doing nothing but addressing this situation, and you already have inflammation going into the season. This is a really bad sign for Kawhi Leonard. It's bad for the league. We want to watch the guy play. But at this point, with everything he has dealt with in the past, when you're dealing with this on the cusp of a new year, with all that time off, really bad sign for the Clippers, even worse for Kawhi Leonard. I don't know how much we're even going to see this guy play this year.
This is really unfortunate because of the possible 435 games that Kawhi could play since joining the Clippers. He has only played, or rather he has missed 179 of them, Kendrick.
I know, and I think it's about that time to have that uncomfortable, tough conversation. This is not a hot take. But when you think about his history and you think about now and everything that Legs just alluded to, 6 months and it's still problems with his knee, right? And every single season it's a problem when it comes down to Kawhi Leonard health. He needs to sit down at the round table, not only with the Clippers organization, but his family as well. I really think Kawhi Leonard should consider retiring. And I'm a huge fan of Kawhi Leonard, but we done seen and witnessed so many guys go through these problems when dealing with swelling in the knee, when there's only so many surgeries that you could have when it comes down to repairing things, when it comes down to cartilage in your knee. Sooner or later, it's going to be bone on bone. I don't know that's the case. I'm just telling you from past experiences for as teammates that I've had, that at this point in time, that conversation really need to be had. And I think Kawhi Leonard has to be honest with himself, and he knows his body, had that conversation with the organization and the family, but I really do think he might need to consider walking away from the game of basketball.
Of course, Perk, that comes from your experience as an NBA champion here. Let's just base this back in your reporting for a minute here, Shams. Is that anywhere near the reality that they're facing right now as you're looking, as you reported, at him being out indefinitely?
For the Clippers and Leonard, the good news, though, is they feel like he's now on a protocol and a pathway where they've found some success in terms of this is the plan. This is the plan we're going to chart. And they feel like they have found it. And I think Kawhi Leonard, from what I'm told, there has been some level of optimism that he has a better handle of where this swelling is at than he has in the past several months. Of course, that's a level of concern. But the fact that they actually have a plan for him and there is a protocol in place, that is the one saving grace you can take from the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard's perspective, is that there is a plan here to see if he can get back on the court and at a high level, sustained level, not just a level where you're still fearing he's going to be in and out of the lineup. They don't want him back in the lineup if it's going to be in and out. They want him to be sustainable. And they feel like with James Harden there, they can at least tread water and play at a high level with him leading the ship.
Right, because when he is on the floor, Kawhi Leonard, he is absolutely incredible to watch, and we cannot lose sight of that. This does, and I cannot underscore this enough, come just days ahead of the Clippers opening this brand new arena, and the Cell has been a team that lives up to the state-of-the-art functions of the actual facility that they are opening. Shams, thank you so much for stopping by.